Howdy folks, Keywii here, and welcome back to the Talos Principle 2, a safe space in which to be awesome, where I've determined that I don't really want to do this puzzle quite yet. I feel like I should do a bit more of the actual rest of the main game before I do the extra stuff. That's how these things normally go. There's a question mark out this way. There's a question mark very out this way. Just go down here. Let me see what's out this way. You know, I gotta make sure that I'm doing everything that I can. Ooh. Big and imposing. Okay, I feel like I've been down here, but also I know for a fact that I haven't. Because the area that I've been down in was in the main area. Oh, hang on. Hang on a second, friends. We got something new and crazy going on.
Similar to the structure where you found the schematics.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It keeps going down, though, by the looks of it. Oh. Very loud fan.
Check out the terminals. Maybe there's something that'll help us understand who built this place. They have to have left something behind.
Looks like one of those, okay. Ooh, server banks. Looks like one of those rooms in Halo Reach. Oh, where you get all the guns. Oh my god, it's a portal gun. So the developers were just like, oh, everyone makes a comparison anyway, might as well finally freaking do that. Let's add portals to our game. Oh, God, alright. The Akkadian Empire, forged in violence by Sargon the Great and his sons, reigned supreme over the city-states of Old Sumer, enriched by trade into the distant lands, fed with plentiful wheat fields of Mesopotamia. Oh, yeah, okay, I was going to say, like, these sound made up, but no, it's just old enough that I've never heard of it. The Empire bestrode the world with confidence and pride. Who could oppose the chosen Anu and Enlil, the masters of the four corners of the world? Then the weather changed. The crops stopped growing, trade collapsed, the empire fell, its capital forgotten. Yes. And this is just straight up all civilizations. Nothing lasts forever. Like, people think they do. And then 3,000 years pass and you're like, oh, I don't know anything about what happened back then. We all know about Rome, Roman Empire, all that shit now, but that was, like, within the last 2,000 years. That was recent, you know? The most likely culprit of the timeline, at the time of writing the 4.2 kilo-year aridification event, the beginning of the Meghallian Age, the non-anthropomorphic drought that... God, making up words. Smart people, I'm stupid. Throw me a bone. Drought that may have lasted almost 2 centuries, causing many of the earliest civilizations around the planet to collapse. This is where our ordinary understanding of time, measured on the small scales of human history, collides with the reality of deep time and our existence within the much bigger picture. We live on a changing planet in a changing universe. Climactic optimums are temporary, extinction is the norm. Yeah, so here's the thing, right? So, all of human history has existed within an ice age. And I'm not just saying, like, oh, the one from 10,000 years ago. That was a normal period in our real life time that we live in. The Earth is in a warm patch of a cold time. Time periods on Earth last for millions of years. The ice age we're currently in has been around for the last 3 million years. All of human civilization, the last fucking 40,000 years, all of it has been during the warm patch in a cold time. So legitimately, like, and we're probably fucking it up with, like, global warming and shit, but, like, legitimately, we are in a temporary part of a long time span, and we've all of our own existence back before we could even comprehend it, has existed in this warm patch. It's like it's like in the middle of winter, suddenly it's like a heat wave for like, I don't know, 2 days. Suddenly it's like normal temperature, the snow melts and whatever. And then it goes back to being cold for the rest of winter. That's essentially exactly what's happening, but on like much larger scale. And that's real life. That's not fiction. Go look that shit up. When the founder awoke, leaving the garden behind forever, there were two more whose bodies had been anointed by the progenitor. The gold disc breathed life into them, and their names were those ones that have been said, but I do not want to spell. I don't want to pronounce. Cornelius and Estrasasus. The founder showed them all she had discovered. Together, they explored the dead city and saw the ruin to which humankind had fallen. It was then that the founder understood that the sins of the past must not be repeated, and that only through humility could the future be saved. Aside from those two, there were 10 whose bodies the progenitor had not anointed in due time. Now is the founder to complete this work and begin the resurrection. In this matter, Cornelius proved of great assistance. That many number, after a great tribulation, the 10 were brought to life. And those 12 were born after the founder are called the first companions. Their names are Ephesius, Cornelius, Aurora, Sun, Sarabai, Byron, Melampus, Yemo, Hypatia, Niam, Benariah, and Liftrasir. God, I cannot speak. I don't know shit, alright? I'm very monocultural. It's funny how you can take something that's 90% true and 10% false and create something that's 100% misleading. Failed to load profile. Failed to load comment. And then finally, the Naomi project. Base camp established, version 2 deployed, test core functionality. So far, so good. Version 3 successfully deployed. Version 4 failed, unknown error in calculations. We've unlocked the portal gun. Okay. What about the server room? I guess it just... Oh, right. I have feet. I'm so used to playing first-person games that just have no anything when you look down. So, yeah, we got some sort of new tech going on. And I've solved puzzles 2 out of 8. I'm not sure if I properly did down there what I was supposed to, but here we go. Oh, yeah. There's a test tube there, because there's no longer a question mark. We're no longer confused by it. Oh, hang on. There's another question mark. Is it this thing? I think it is this thing.
There's another one of those monuments.
Looks very good up there. Let's see here. Find my sprite and follow it until it leads you back to me. Find my sprite. Yo, you drinking Sprite up there? Dog, I'm thirsty. Drop me a can. You know what? Drop me a bottle. Cans are not as good. You don't get as much. There's a few more question marks out there, but let's head to a puzzle, you know? I'm feeling puzzle-y right at the moment. Let's go do a puzzle thing. Let's go do puzzle 3. It's been a long time coming. Can't just sit around doing nothing forever. Sometimes you gotta do a puzzle, you know? But I am very fascinated about this crap. Like, look at this thing.
Whether it is true that Daedalus constructed the giant Talos, or as others say, he was the creation of Hephaestus, what we may be certain of is that he was made of bronze and had but one vein, within which flowed a liquid substance like blood. which some claim was quicksilver, and others assert was ichor, such as flows in the veins of the gods.
Alright.
The loss of that liquid caused him to die, as a man dies when he loses his blood. May we not then say that Talos, though created as a machine or a toy, had all the essential properties of a man? He moved of his own volition. He spoke and could be spoken to, had wishes and desires. Indeed, in the tale of the Argonauts, that was the cause of his downfall.
Neat.
If then a machine
Oh, you're still
had all
going,
the
huh?
properties of a man, and act as a man while driven only by the ingenious plan of its construction and the interaction of its materials according to the principles of nature, then does it not follow that man may also be seen as a machine? This
In some regards.
contradicts all the schools of metaphysics. Yet even the most faithful philosopher cannot live without his blood.
It only contradicts because people close-minded and shit. It makes perfect sense or whatever. Man and machine, same thing. Different context. Oh, hang on. We got a new... oh, hang on. What even are this? Distracted. Read the palm reader. I don't want to read more things. Hypatia's Journals, Volume 1, The Founding of New Jerusalem. Day 1, we finally set out from the dam today. The site that Athena and Cornelius picked for the city isn't far, but the vegetation makes the going difficult. We found the secondary supply site easily enough, thanks to Alexandra Drennan's instructions, but while I still have to compile a detailed inventory, it seems that many of the more complex materials are in bad shape. They must have expected the simulation to fulfill its purpose a lot sooner, but then they probably expected all 12 of us to be there from day 1, not just Athena. Tonight we have to use the two recharging pods that we brought from the dam in 4-hour shifts, which is just as well. There's no telling what sort of critters are hiding in the undergrowth, and most of them will have to learn our kind isn't edible. So this is actually some of the stuff that I'm very fascinated by. The history, the stuff that happened from standing on the dam with the cat to now. You know, all that sort of stuff. Baby steps. From the introduction to Are We There Yet? Where We Come From, Where We're Going, and Why You'll Need Snacks by Valerie. That's such a title. God. Sometimes people point to the last 100 or 1,000 years of human history and say, look at how ugly it all is. I've never heard anyone say that. Look at what a mess we've made. Maybe modernity was a bad idea. Maybe we should stick to living in like cavemen. And I get it, it is ugly and messy, but the mistake is thinking that where we are right now is the end point, and that this is the adulthood of the human species. Yeah, no, I absolutely agree with this. But again, there is no end to anything. Even the whole universe is going to go for like quintillions of years after all of the light goes away. Everything, there is no end to anything, ever, for any reason. I mean, I try to apply what you know about human development to human history. Think about babies. Babies are ugly, admit it. We all know it. They look like tiny old people covered in mucus. All right, you got to chill. You're thinking of like a just newborn, not like an actual like crawling around baby, which are a little cuter, certainly. They have soft heads. They grow into children, tiny sociopaths with underdeveloped brains. Yep. That's a pretty good one. And then they become teenagers, pimply, self-righteous lunatics driven by hormones. Then slowly, if they're lucky, they gradually become adults. I feel like you don't like children. The development of the human individual is always ugly and messy, but that's the point. It's development towards something. Same applies to humanity as a whole. On a geological scale, we barely just came into existence. We've gotten through the baby phase, just about survived our childhood, but we're barely teenagers. Stopping here would be disastrous and a betrayal of everything that we could still become. I don't even think we're teenagers yet. I still think we're in like the fucking children's stage. People think of like, oh yeah, I know, we're in the stage just before the very end. It's entirely possible that humanity will exist for millions of years. Entirely possible. It's not even like science fiction. That just is possibly a reality. If you watch Kurskasak in a nutshell, there's this one video that discussed like how many people have ever been born in the history of humanity, and one theory, like many theories, state that, oh yeah, we're gonna end ourselves all off right, like in the next 10 years, whatever. This is the end. And if so, then there's only been like 100 billion people who have ever existed. But in the end, like, and you know, the percentage of where we are now is a small percentage, but still certainly like a noteworthy one. But if hypothetically we don't end ourselves all instantly in the next however when it is now, then we're gonna live for like thousands of years, hundreds of thousands, millions of years past today, meaning that all of human history to that point is just a blip on the. It isn't even on the radar. It goes under the radar because it's so insignificant compared to like the great potential of actual humanity. You and I, we're just a small. We aren't even like a footnote. We're just a tiny, like, speck in the road for the rest of humans that come after us. You know, there's going to be quadrillions of humans in the future. Like, not like all at once, but like slowly over time. We are setting foundation that will eventually be eroded and forgotten as new foundation is built atop it. Just like Mesopotamia and the fucking shit before that. Okay? We will continue. Humans will continue. Stop thinking in terms of now. Stop thinking in terms of 10 minutes from now, too. Like, there's way more. Survived our childhood. We even feel the weight on our shoulders, but this is just the prologue. To put it in pop culture terms, we haven't even made it a tutorial yet. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just because it's all pimples and hormones and frustration right now, it doesn't mean it's never going to change. And, like, even then, I'm still saying there's more to it than just that. Oh, God. All right, there's more. Hang on. I'll try not to go off on a tangent again. Okay, I think all that time Athena spent in the Dead City changed her. Oh, this is from 258. I don't think she had conceived of the goal before. I think she believed fully in the naively optimistic ideas of Alexandria Drennan. But walking through those ruins is a visceral experience, and she spent a great deal of time there looking for resources. It's the sheer amount of death that gets to me. How many animals our ancestors killed? Many to the point of extinction. Entire species eradicated, sometimes for the most superficial reasons. Whenever humans arrived somewhere, death would follow. And then the great blowback, the deaths of billions of thinking beings, the extinction of humanity itself. It's too horrific to truly imagine, but I suspect the founder spent a great deal of time doing just that. That's when she must have realized that there was no way back to the growth-obsessed, all-consuming civilization of the past. I think growth is good. I don't think it's the only thing that matters. You know, I think growing is a good thing. I think slow growth. Do not expect growth, but slow growth is nice. You know? You know what I'm trying to say? But, you know, it'll yeah. Ran out of brain for my thoughts to fill out with. Alright, what do we got going on here? Castling. Oh, fuck. I'm gonna have to do like a back and forth situation. Alright, what's the goal here? I gotta get to there, meaning I gotta get red. For that, I gotta get blue. Alright. There we go. I need green and blue for this one. Oh, how am I going to do that, though? I need to get red. Oh, and that needs to stay there. Yeah, that's not gonna work like that. God damn it. Alright, how am I supposed to do this? Is there anything in here? No. And in my mind, I'm like, oh, what if I just, hang on, let's do this. No, go over the laser. Well, this is not what I want to have happen. Well, that works. Okay. I didn't consider that. I was being foolish and thinking that, oh, I needed to put the blue there. You know what? It doesn't matter. Before I do that, hang on. Let me take a look at this. You're not alone in your quest for the light. Find one of my sparks, and I will free the fire hidden in this labyrinth. Alright. I gotta find a spark. Progress wheel is clicking.
Keep solving these, 1K. Let's see where it leads.
Looks like it's leading. Oh, hang on. Ah! Come back!
I ran the samples I collected so far. The soil sample results are in line with what would be expected in this type of environment. The samples from the above-ground structures, though, I tried dating them, but the results just don't make sense. None of the typical molecular markers are present. These walls could have been made 10,000 years ago or yesterday.
Well, they definitely weren't made yesterday. Look at that vegetation.
Based on erosion and plant growth, but
yeah,
I'm not sure that would make sense given how weird everything else
is. Oh, hey, what's up?
Good work, Yakut. Keep at it.
Hey.
1K, what's up?
Not a lot. Just curious. Tell me about yourself. Do you want to solve some of these puzzles? The furthest you've ever been? Okay. Tell me about yourself.
I don't know if there's much to tell. I'm not that interesting.
You say that, but I disagree.
Scavenging team. Well, senior member. Lead scavenger, I guess.
Okay.
There's not that many of us left, to be honest, and Garrus doesn't get along with the mayor.
Gotcha.
What else? I have a cat named Bruce.
Nice.
I like old music.
Nice.
I have a collection of antique bottles.
Ooh, okay.
I think that's it.
No, you're a very interesting individual. Why'd you become a scavenger? Tell me about Bruce. No, why'd you become a scavenger?
I've always loved exploration.
All right.
Seeing new places.
This is fascinating.
That feeling that you're the first person to set foot somewhere after all this time.
Oh, God, yes.
You know, it's not even that.
Preach.
New things. The world is full of remarkable sights, and experiencing them changes you. It's not the same as just reading about it.
Correct. I agree. Discovering the world enriches our lives. As true change only comes through introspection. Oh, shit. I agree with both of those. I would be interested to learn of a person who has experienced all of the world's pleasures. Well, not pleasures, but like all the world's things. I think that would be fascinating if there were a human like that. Discovering the world enriches our lives. I think true change... Oh, gotcha. I read the second one wrong.
Exactly. Every time I go on another mission, I find something that surprises me. That extends...
And, like, you can change through introspection, but I don't think it's the only way.
The world is so much bigger than we are.
Correct.
It contains things that we can't even imagine.
Correct.
And if we limit ourselves to our own minds...
Yes.
We'll never grow.
Absolutely. You are just spitting facts right now. You want to solve some of these puzzles?
Oh, no. Please. No puzzles.
Oh, you're not the puzzle type?
I'm so bad at puzzles. I barely got out of the booting process. Elohim thought I might be defective.
Oh. Tell me about Bruce.
He's 5 years old.
Nice.
Half goofball, half psychopath.
So a cat.
Loves sticking his head into things.
Yep.
Chews cables.
Yeah.
Pees on electrical stuff.
That's less
from her workshop, but he
most cats, but
her and peeing on her equipment.
Not all cats do the peeing thing, but What's the furthest you've ever been from New Jerusalem?
It might be this.
This is it.
Although there was an expedition to a superconductor storage facility up north.
Okay.
Incredibly well preserved, but the logistics were an absolute nightmare. Now that I think
someone
about
was playing the game
some
room.
of that in you.
Oh. Have you seen anything like the megastructure in your travels?
Our ancestors built some pretty amazing things.
The Hoover Dam.
Huge cities, factories, mines, monuments to their history, but nothing quite like this, no.
Okay. I don't care about your bottles. You know them, but they ain't for me. I do not care. Alright, where is... 4 is this direction. 4. I like how it's, like, lit up, too. Like, there's clearly... It's clearly keeping track. Like, this was built with an intent. This is built with intent and purpose. Alternative option. Ooh, okay. Oh, shit, I missed. Oh, huh. I guess that's what they mean. Does this say the same thing? It does, okay. Alternative option. Find one of my sparks. So what's the alternative option here? How do I turn that on without being over there? Straight up, don't know how to do this one. The problem is I'm limited in my options on what to do here. It says alternative option. That's literally the name of it, but like, how? Oh, wait. So turn that on. Select, select, select. I gotta make sure that when I pick it up, that I keep the connections. There we go. Beautiful. Love to see it. Very good at what I do. Alright. Use this thing. Looks like we're doing well. Halfway there so far. Oh, hey, what up?
Tell me, what did you make of New Jerusalem?
Oh, you're interested in what I think. It's bigger than I thought it would be. It's lovely. It feels like a museum. It's beautiful but decaying. It's falling apart, man. It's falling apart. Oh, God. It's fantastic, self-contained, self-sufficient. Everything is so harmonious. It feels like a museum.
That's what happens when all you can think about is the past.
It's fair.
We had such ambitions in the beginning, but now it's all turned inwards. We've lost faith in ourselves, in our humanity.
Gotcha.
All we need to do now is finish that dome and we'll be trapped in our perfectly neat little tomb.
Ah, okay, so you intend to remove the thing. I wanted to ask you a question.
Of course, ask away.
Yeah, what up? Tell me about yourself. What's the role of puzzles in our culture? What do you think of the megastructure? You and Alcatraz seem to have an odd friend. What do you think of the puzzles in our culture?
When Alexandra Drennan was trying to find a way of creating true AI, she stumbled upon the idea that curiosity and playfulness are core characteristics of intelligence.
Okay.
So she built the simulation around a game.
Yeah.
Because playing is part of what makes us human.
I mean, I can see, yeah, no, I definitely can see that.
Code, as I'm sure you noticed when you were booting up. Because of that, puzzles have always been important to our culture.
Imagine a culture around puzzle solving.
They represent the idea that the application of reason can lead us forward.
Okay.
None of which explains why these puzzles are here or who built them, but I think it shows that there must be some kind of intent behind them.
Yeah, yeah.
Test.
Okay. Now, it's the end of the episode, so I'm going to leave us here. But I will continue this conversation at the beginning of the next episode. So thank you guys so much for watching. Of course, I'm Keywii. Remember to yourself a delightful day. I love you all. Goodbye.